So what are the two modules? Yeah, general training and academic. So we as English teachers, which module should we go for? Which module should we prepare? Well, it depends. You as an English teacher, you don't have to prepare for IELTS أصلاً. If you don't need the IELTS certificate, so you don't have to prepare for IELTS, okay? To be honest. Especially that the certificate has a 2-year validity, okay? Then it will be expired. But if you need the IELTS certificate, okay, for immigration, then you will have to prepare for the general training module. If you need it for work, to get a job, okay, or to prove your language level as an English teacher, then you will need to go for the academic module, okay? They are different in reading and writing task 1 and the nature of writing task 2, okay? But they are almost the same. Writing task 2 is almost the same, okay? بيبقى فيه بس صعوبة شوية في level of question, but they are almost the same. So we can say in reading and in writing task 1. How long does the exam take? طبعا في بعض ناس منكم يعني they already had the test before, so they know well how long does it take. It takes, please write in the chat box so that I can see how many people are interacting and following up with me. 4 hours, 3 hours. طيب كده احنا اختلفنا كده. طيب خليني كده. بصوا يا جماعه، مبدئيا we have 60 minutes for listening and 40 minutes for listening. Okay, 30 minutes plus the 10 minutes to check to transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet. So 40 minutes for listening, 60 minutes for reading, and 60 more minutes for writing, and the speaking test is like 11 minutes or something. يعني from 11 to 14 minutes. وده بيبقى separate أصلاً، بيبقى في وقت تاني خالص. So we can say mainly the test is 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay? Basically 2 hours and 40 minutes. في حد مستر رضا بيقول 3 hours and 40 minutes. ليه 3 hours؟ احنا قلنا 40 minutes listening. Okay? 30 minutes and 10 minutes to transfer. يبقى دي 40 minutes. 1 hour for reading, 1 hour for writing. So all in all will be 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is not a short time, by the way. لأن أنت بتاخده one shot. So this is not a short time. This is a very long time for someone who is taking the test. That's why we always advise the IELTS candidates to try to take a mock test under the real test circumstances. عشان تقعد نفس القعدة دي وتصبر نفس المدة اللي هي بتاعت real test. Okay? How many sections are there in the test? How many sections? Okay. How many sections are there? Yeah. Okay. No problem, Mr. Rida. Okay. No problem. How many sections? Three sections. No. Sorry. 4. Yeah. 4 sections. You start with the listening section, and then you move on to the reading section, and then you move on to the writing section, and on the same day or on another day you take the speaking section. Okay, so they are 4 sections in the IELTS test: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Exactly the same as the 4 skills, okay? What does each section contain? What does each section contain? Listening, for example, in the listening section, you have 4 parts. قبل كده كانوا بيسموها 4 sections. Now they changed the name. So in the listening section, you have four parts: part 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the reading section, you have 3 passages or 3 sections. لو انت general, okay, فيبقى 3 sections. Each section has 2 passages. لو انت academic, then you have 3 reading passages, very long ones. Okay? Writing, you have two tasks, task 1 and task 2. Speaking, you have 3 parts. Part 1, it's like an interview. Part 2 is a topic you need to talk about for 2 minutes. And part 3 is like an argument or a discussion, okay, in which you can express your opinion, you can compare something to something, you can give reasons, you can talk about the advantages or disadvantages of something, okay? So that's briefly about the 4 sections, okay? There is something that everyone needs to know about the band score. The top score, okay, the top score is 9, okay? It's like kind of impossible to get 9 in IELTS, but it's possible to get 8 or 8.5, but not from the first attempt, actually. I think you can get 8 or 8.5, but not from the first attempt. You need to experience the test like once or twice or 3 times just to be able to get 8 or 8.5. 7 is not that difficult, especially if you need it as an overall band score, not in each section. So you need to have a look at this. This is a certificate. I myself, I have never taken the IELTS test because, as I told you in the beginning of the session, I didn't need it. I didn't need it. The certificate has a 2-year validity. So if you don't need the IELTS certificate, you don't have to sit the test, okay? You just need to wait, prepare yourself, make yourself ready. Then whenever you need the certificate, you just need to go and take the test. This is, I want to remove, عشان حاسس ان هي بتبقى مسودة الشاشة شوية, so let me remove them, okay? Now you can see the whole screen. All right. So I've never taken the IELTS test. I'm planning to take it, inshallah, after I finish my Cambridge Delta, so that I can be able to look for a better job with my Delta certificate and my IELTS certificate 7, 7.5, or even 8. Okay. But I have been teaching, as I told you, I've been teaching IELTS for almost more than 4 years now, and no one can stop you from doing this. If you want to teach IELTS, tomorrow you can do it. You can teach IELTS, but you need to prove that you are an expert in this area, okay? So I have taken this course with IDP Australia last year. It was a teacher training program, and it was only focusing on writing and speaking, only writing and speaking. They were trying to teach us how to assess or how to mark the writing task 1 and writing task 2. We were looking carefully at the marking criteria, the assessment criteria, and we were looking at the band descriptors. وأنا عملت على group IELTS for Arabs. I've created some videos. Actually, I was going live on the band descriptors. I talked about task achievement, coherence, and cohesion in one live video, and then I talked about lexical resource, grammatical range, and accuracy in another live video. They are there on my IELTS for Arabs group. You can check them. I was mainly talking about band 7, what I should do to get a band 7 in writing. Okay, you can find the same for speaking, the IELTS band descriptors. And we, in this course, inshallah, we will be looking at band 7 and band 8 in the band descriptors for both writing and speaking. So this is a course. I would try to find the link for you. If you're interested, you can take it. I spent about 30 hours, 15 hours for 15 hours for writing and 15 hours for speaking. Then I was able to get this certificate. It's good. It's not bad. It's something that you can enrich your language as a teacher and have an insight about IELTS. Anyway, yeah, that's the thing. When I see this, I feel like, oh my God, I spent that much. I've been working on this. This is my Delta Module 3 assignment. It's a long story. I'm just going to give you a hint about it. Delta, as you know, is a diploma for English teachers who are willing to teach English to speakers of other languages. Okay, it consists of 3 modules, and we will talk about this later, inshallah, after I finish this course. It's a very tough one. I've been working on it for the whole course for almost 2.5 years now. Module 1 and 2, alhamdulillah, I've done them, and I'm working now on module 3. Module 1 is an exam. I've taken it in British Council. I passed it, alhamdulillah, 3 hours. Module 2 is a physical attendance course like CELTA, but it's not 4 weeks, it's 6 weeks. And this course and this module is an assignment. Okay, you need to choose one specialism. في 11 specialism تخصص في ELT, English Language Teaching. I have chosen exam classes like IELTS, like TOEFL, like PET, CAT, exam classes. Okay. And I've chosen, in exam classes, I've chosen IELTS because I'm teaching IELTS. I've been teaching IELTS for like 4 years now. So this is what I know most about. I've chosen IELTS, and you can't teach IELTS in module 3 assignments. Okay, this assignment is like 20 minutes, 20 hours, a 20-hour course. So you can't teach the 4 skills. You need to choose listening, reading, writing, or speaking. I was I was brave enough, and I've chosen writing. Many people who know that I'm preparing for my module 3, they advised me not to do my assignment on writing, because writing is a challenging part. It's not like listening or reading or even like speaking. But I was like, I can say, like, I was brave enough, and I wanted to do something which nobody did before, and I wanted to help the people with my assignment, so that when I finish it, inshallah, and I get a pass on it, I can send this assignment for every English teacher. You can read it, and you can find how I try to explain. I'm going to teach the writing course, general training writing course. Okay. As I told you, I've been working on this assignment for a year now. Not a hard work. I was like working sometimes and then forgetting about it, then working and forget about it. Then it took me more than a year now. I'm going to submit it, inshallah, very soon, within a month. And the result will be after 2 months. So pray for me and wish me luck. This assignment should be at least 4,000 words and maximum 4,500 words. As you see, we have 4 sections. You talk about the specialism, what they mean by exam classes, and then you need to have needs analysis about your students, the group you're gonna teach. I was teaching 6 students. I didn't want to make it big. And part 3 was about the course proposal. You need to design a course from the very beginning till the end, from the objectives of the course till the questionnaire, the end of course questionnaire. Part 4 was about assessment. How are you going to evaluate the course? How are you going to evaluate the achievement of the objectives? You have some, you need to have, of course, the conclusion. It's in red because I haven't written the conclusion yet. I have to write it within this week. The bibliography, you need to include at least 4 sources in each part. So we need to include 16 reference books. كتب مراجع يعني. Appendices, we have document 1 and document 2. Okay, these are my appendices. I don't want to talk more about this. It's not our topic, but I just wanted to tell you that you can work on yourself as an English teacher to be well prepared to teach IELTS. This way you can have a course like this from IDP, British Council, Cambridge, from anywhere. You can have a course with me, the course that we are preparing. You can take all my experience throughout the past 4 years. You can take them in 2 months. And allow me to say this in Arabic. And I always say this to my to the teachers who attend the course with me. I say, أنا بقول لزملائي يعني اللي بيحضروا معايا كورس الآيلتس اللي هم English teachers تحديدا، بقول لهم انتوا جيتوا تاخدوا الكورس معايا مش عشان أنا أحسن منكم لا سمح الله. It's not because I'm better than you or I know more than you. No, it's because I was focusing on this. I was paying attention on this. I was giving much care on this area. I've been working on this for 4 years now, and you don't have that time to spend. You don't have to spend that much time. So you will need to start from the end. Where I ended, you need to start. Don't start from the very beginning. So I will give you my whole experience about IELTS, teaching IELTS and everything, how to run a course, how to design a plan, how to run the session, how to mark writing, how to mark speaking. Everything I know about IELTS will be given to you in this course. So that's what I'm trying to tell everyone here, that I'm not better than you. I don't know much than you, but I was dedicating my time to know more about IELTS, and you will take all of this in just 2 months. Okay, so that's the good thing about my course. Writing assessment, how to assess writing. A lot of teachers don't know how to assess writing according to the assessment criteria of IELTS. I will tell you, inshallah, in the course. I am not the only, I am the main course tutor, but I'm not the only tutor in the course. You will find also Mrs. Wala. She will mark some of your essays, some of your task ones, and she will also give you some speaking mock tests. Okay, so I am the main course tutor, but I'm not the only one. You will find another teacher. حتى ده من موضوع ان الاختبار يبقى practical ويبقى valid ان انت to have عشان يبقى التصحيح objective يعني ان to have another assessor with you or to have another marker with you. Okay, so these are the 4 marking criteria. You will need to know about all of them, how to get 7 in each one, how to get 8 in each one. If you do something like a lot of spelling mistakes, what band score can you get in the task achievement? Sorry, in the, I said what, spelling mistakes, then what band score will you get in the lexical resource? If you don't produce complex structures of sentences, what band score will you get? Okay, so we will know about this inshallah in the course. Here are some of the tasks I checked previously. I will tell you, I will teach you, I will let you know how to mark essays, how to improve your writing, how to improve your students' writing, inshallah, in this course. Speaking, also 4 assessment criteria: fluency and coherence, how to become fluent, okay, how to speak English without thinking about what you're saying, how to connect your ideas all together, how to use vocabulary in a better way, topic related and the less common vocabulary, grammatical range and accuracy, what are the complex structures, complex sentences, adverbial, adjectival and nominal, and how to use them and what's the difference between them. هنحاول نطبق جزء من البحث بتاعي بتاع كامبريدج بتاع الدلتا ان شاء الله، لان انا طبعا اشتغلت على الرايتنج تحديدا، فكل التمارين اللي فيه ان شاء الله ابعتها لحضراتكم ونحاول نشتغل عليها so that if you want to do the same with your students you can have a better knowledge on how to improve your students' writing and pronunciation. The course materials will be mainly mainly will be the official Cambridge Guide to IELTS. This is for listening and for reading, and my IELTS booklet. I started writing this booklet 3 years ago, and was like 23 pages or 34 pages. Now is alhamdulillah 106 pages, and I'm going to put the final touch on it, and then it will be published inshallah in the book market. So we will use this book from Cambridge to be trained on listening and reading, and we will use this one to summarize listening and reading and to study writing and speaking. Okay, after that you can find Cambridge books from 8 to 14 or 15. You can do tests. They are Cambridge test books. Okay, يعني هي كتب اختبارات فقط لا غير. So you will need, each book has 4 tests, then you will need to get them and do the tests. The more listening and reading tests you do, the better you are, the higher band you get. This is for listening and reading. Writing and speaking is different, okay? I always say that in writing, quality will be over quantity. Yani, the way you write, how to write is better than how much you write or how much you speak, okay? You can speak English every day at work, but your English can still be very, very bad, okay? I got one of the trainees before in one of my courses who was working as an executive manager in one of the engineering companies here in Saudi Arabia, and he is actually speaking English every day at work with foreign people, but his English was like 4.5 speaking. I gave him a band score 4.5 in speaking. He was astonished. I said, oh my God, I'm speaking English every day at work and you're giving me 4.5? I said, I'm giving you 4.5 because you only deserve 4.5. Not because I hate you or something. And I tried to convince him that we have 4 criteria and each criteria has some points you need to consider. Then it's not about how much you speak English or how much you write. It's about how you write and how you speak. Okay, that's why I say for writing and speaking, it's quality over quantity. مش بكتر الكتابة ولا بكتر الكلام. And that's why I always say, don't be happy if someone said, oh my God, oh guys, I'm gonna give you a writing an IELTS course and you will have 10 essays to be marked. I can mark your essay in a minute. Come on. Wallahi, I can get your essay. I can have a look and mark it in a minute, like this. But this is not the IELTS marking, okay? The IELTS marking means you need to take like 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes more, to check one essay. So if you're telling me I'm going to give you 10 essays to write, then you're telling me a lie or something that probably not everyone can do, okay? I need to write 4, 5, or 6, but I need to learn something. So remember this, and we will talk about this when it comes to in terms of the course إن شاء الله. عشان برضو حضراتكم اللي هيدرس منكم IELTS للناس يكون فاهم هو بيقول لهم إيه بالظبط. In writing and speaking, quality over quantity. خلاص؟ Listening and reading العكس, quantity over quality. The more listening and reading tests you do, the better you are. Okay? We will have some rules in the course, of course, inshallah. And this is the plan. We will start with listening and reading. We will finish them in the first month so that you can do as many listening and reading tests as you can during the second month of the course. The second month of the course, we will be focusing on writing and speaking. After the course, we don't say goodbye. We will stay in the same group. هيبقى عندنا جروب تاني طبعا غير الجروب اللي احنا فيه دلوقتي. الجروب اللي احنا فيه دلوقتي مؤقت. بمجرد ما الناس تأكد معانا ونعرف مين اللي معانا في الكورس، هنحذف الجروب ده ونعمل جروب الكورس اللي هو يفضل معانا على طول even after the course. So after the course, we don't say goodbye. Okay, we stay in touch. I always say that's the end of the course, but not the end of the mission, not the end of the relationship. So please stay in touch. If you need any help, okay, you will find me there. فحتى بعد الكورس بنعمل حاجه اسمها post course plan، بتبقى 1 or 2 weeks. You can implement it for 2 weeks. You can implement it for only 1 week. Depends on the time, how much time you have after the course. Okay. Then you can calculate your band score, the average of your band score in listening, reading, writing, and speaking, and you can decide whether you need to take the test now or prepare more. So that's basically our plan. And this is something else which is not, it's not a plan, it's just the homework assignment, just to help you know what to prepare for the next session and what to do as homework. Okay, so you will have both of them, inshallah, and we will go by them. What's after the course? As I told you, end of course, but not end of the relationship. We will stay in the same WhatsApp group, and we can stay in touch forever as long as you need my help about IELTS. You have any question or something, then we can stay in touch and continue even after the course. If you have any question, I'm almost done with my presentation. If you have any question, please, we will have 5 minutes for questions. Please type it in the chat box. Okay? We have 5 more minutes to answer your questions. So please, if you have any question, type it in the chat box now. I will answer it before I end the session. I will upload this session on my YouTube channel, and I will send you the link on the group for the people who didn't join. So any questions? Any questions? Okay, fine. مستر أنس بيقول إن هو حمل الكتاب والكتب بتاعت كامبريدج. طيب هو الكتب بتاعت كامبريدج بس ملحوظة عشان لو في حد مش هيبقى معانا وعايز يعرف المعلومة دي. You don't have to download or print all the Cambridge test books just from 7 to 14 or 8 to 15. You don't have to work on all books from 1 to 7. Okay? إن الكتب دي يعني مش up to date. Thank you very much, Mr. Muad. Any questions, guys? How many essays will we write? Okay. Within the course, during the course, you will write 2 tests. Okay. And you will continue after the writing section. So during the writing section, you will write 2 tests. I will mark one, and Mrs. Wala will mark the other one, so that you can get correction and feedback from 2 different perspectives. Then after that, you can write as many as you can. هيبقى فاضل لك 3 essays مثلا و 3 types of infographics في الريبورتس بتاعت تاسك 1 في الأكاديميك، فممكن تختار أي حاجة وتكتب عليها وتبعتها. يعني whenever you write something and you send it, it will be marked within 3 days, even after the course. حتى بعد الكورس ما يخلص. في ناس بتتواصل معايا من سنة، يعني خدوا الكورس من سنة، المفروض ان انا نسيتهم اصلا، ومع ذلك انا زي ما وعدتهم بالظبط. You send me at any time, I mark it for you within 3 days, and I send you the feedback and correction. So don't worry about this. Okay. Any other questions? My pleasure, Mr. Anas. What's after the IELTS? Useful for us? Yeah, of course. Of course. As an English teacher, you need to think about 2 things. You need to think about your language and your teaching skills. For your language level, you need to take IELTS or TOEFL. IELTS is more popular. And for teaching skills, you need to take like a TESOL or a TEFL course. I can send you the link of a free TESOL course from Arizona State University. You can start with it. And then whenever you have much money or much time, you can go for CELTA from Cambridge. So as an English teacher, you need to care about language and teaching. Language means IELTS, teaching means CELTA, or if you're not yet ready for CELTA, you can start with any TEFL course. I can send you a free course on Arizona State University. You have my first book. Yeah, my first book, you mean the booklet, Mr. Walid? Which edition do you have now? The edition I have now is 5th edition B. 5th edition B. طبعا 5 ب. If you have the 4th edition or the 3rd edition, then it's not going to be the same. Yeah, I will send you my up-to-date edition of the booklet, inshallah. Okay, if you have any question, you can send me on the WhatsApp group, or you can, when I upload this video on YouTube, you can write questions below in the comments on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you very much. Within 2 days, inshallah, I'm going to send you the link, Google form link, so that if you want to, if you decided to join my course, my discounted course for the first time, and for English teachers for the second time, then you can, because I did this before in Egypt, then you can just register on the link I'm going to send you, and someone will contact you, inshallah, to confirm the booking. And as I told you, I can see more than 80 people on the WhatsApp group. I can't take all that number, so I will be only focusing on like 30 or 40 teachers. So the quicker you are, the more availability you have a seat in the course, inshallah. Thank you very much, and see you in the course if you're with me, inshallah. If you're not with me, we are still friends. You can contact me at any time, and I'll be very, very happy to help. هل هيكون في كورس بعد الكورس ده؟ يعني I'm not sure, but if I like the idea, yes, we can have another one after the coming one, inshallah. Of course, yes. Thank you very much.